13-10.
Got a minute 43 left to go. We need these two here, Rick, and Tigers need to really get things rolling. And the first one's in and out.
If anything, we need this next one. Force the Rams to either take a three-point shot.
There it is.
Brian connects with the second one. Now it forces them to a three-point shot. And if they don't get it, they have to penetrate, and hopefully we can come up with a loose
Conway
ball.
over Dustin Taddeff, misses it.
Number 22 with the rebound, Anthony Ramones. He's being bothered by Sean Brown. He puts it back up to the top of the key to Mayo. Tigers go to man-to-man coverage.
Nichols.
Oh, that referee is totally out of position to make that call.
That was terrible.
He's on the far side of the court, behind everybody, and he makes that call.
That was terrible. How do you make that call from that position?
These officials need to work together. I know the Tigers had one foul to give, but that was a weak one.
Ball gets stolen. Barassa's on the court. He's got it.
Barassa hustles down the court, steals the ball from Mayo.
Timeout.
Coach Fechtel calls for a quick timeout, and he wants a full timeout. I think he's going to try to set up and use the last 48 seconds of the clock. But you know what? When that happens, I really get nervous.
You always get that steal. You always get...
Oh, yeah. The apparent pass, you know, or the quick turnover, or all of a sudden you get this one kid that just picks your pocket, goes the other way for the quick layup. Fortunately enough, we are ahead by 3.
I know, but the way Conway's shooting, it doesn't make me feel comfortable, okay?
Yeah.
Conway's shooting with guys all over him from the three-point land, and he's getting nothing but net.
Yeah.
So we really...
Conway's listed at 5'10", and he's a senior. And he plays much bigger than what he is, because he shoots over everybody, he leaps up over everybody for rebounds, and whether you got your hand in his face or not, if he feels he's got the opportunity to shoot, he's going to shoot whenever he can, from wherever.
From wherever, exactly. And he's proven to be pretty much dead on tonight.
Okay, so the Tigers are going to inbounds the ball.
Dustin Taddeff for the Tigers will be taking the ball in for us. Again, this is going to be a nice clean pass. 48 seconds to run off the clock here.
You definitely want to get the ball into Barassa's hands. He comes and uses the backcourt to his advantage. Covering him now is number 40 for the Rams, Sandora. Taddeff with the ball. He's being covered by Conway. Brown gives the ball up to Barassa.
Oh, Barassa with the dish. Misses it. Conway.
Yeah, the Rams had converted 2 guys on defense and bothered Phil enough for the quick turnover. And just as I spoke, they run down and get a quick quick layup.
Again, that always scares me. That always scares me. Now it's a one-point game.
Lead. I mean, we just got done talking about it. I don't think they were listening to us.
And we didn't run 19 seconds off the clock, so we got to try to hold the ball for 29 seconds and make a basket.
Yeah, right now, I don't think I want to concentrate on trying to use up all the 29 seconds.
I want to get a basket.
You want to come down and get at least a 2-point basket and force them to, to take the apparent 3. And if they drive and they try to penetrate, you definitely don't want to commit a foul, because next time we foul them, it'll be a 1-on-1 situation, or if they're in the process of shooting, if they don't get the basket, they'll get the 2 freebies, and if they do, they'll get the shot after. So now that turns into a 3-point play.
That's right.
So you definitely want to stand your grounds and play tough defense, and don't get called for any cheap fouls. And make Deering beat you on the scoreboard. You don't want to help them beat you.
See, now the coach changed his mind. He went right to a full court press. He was going to have them set up, but he decided to go right for the full court press.
Okay, Brian Laveria is going to inbounds the ball. Barrett Belanger takes off deep, and Brian just hands the ball over to Barassa. Barassa's being covered by Conway. He goes right by Conway, converting now on defense to help out Asandra. Barassa goes across the court to Belanger, and we got a foul being called. 22 for Deering. That is Ramones, and that's his 4th.
But you know what? That's not a bad play.
No, because we've been really cold from the foul line.
And what you've done right now is, regardless, you make them both, you're giving Deering back the ball.
With 17 seconds.
That's a big free throw right there.
There's the first one. We need the next one now. Coming back in the game now is Mayo. So they got all their guns back on the floor.
This is big, because now you're going to stop Conway from making the 3, because
and he nails it.
They're going to look for Conway.
Clutch free throw by Barrett Belanger. Back to a 3-point lead. Mayo with the ball to Conway, back to Mayo. He's being covered by Belanger. They're looking for Conway. Conway's being covered by Tardif. The ball's up, no good. Ball's swatted away by Barassa with 3 seconds to go. And it looked like Matt Nichols was gonna come up with a big rebound for the Rams.
3 seconds here. I'll tell you, this is about as exciting as it gets right here.
Yeah, the Tigers gotta be happy right now at this point.
They have to shoot the 3.
They need a 3, but don't give it a cheap foul either. They're looking for Conway. The ball's tipped by Sean Brown. The ball's up, no good.
The Tigers win.
That's the buzzer.
Beautiful job.
Outstanding job by the Tigers to hang in there. They had a convincing lead, Norm, throughout the first half of the game, and we watched it dwindle away in the second half. The Tigers hang tough, come up with a huge victory now. They improved their record to 2-2, and the Rams fall to 2-2.
I'll tell you, Darien gave it everything they had towards the end, and I'll tell you, it was getting kind of scary to watch. But the inevitable was there. They went to the well one too many times. They needed Conway to make the shot, and at that point they had Justin Tardif and every Tiger stuck to him.
Yeah, Tigers did a great job, and the Tigers are going to head up to Portland High tomorrow, play Portland Bulldogs, and then we're going to come to center court. Will be the big guys, Mayo and Brown. So let's see what happens here.
Mayo is a wide body, ain't he?
He sure is. He plays like he's much bigger than what he's listed at. Mayo's listed at 6'6", and it's controlled by the Trojans. Daly gonna be the floor general. Immediately hits a 3-pointer as Tom Danilik for the Trojans. Barassa bringing the ball up, gets it over to Tardif.
Swings it over to Sean Brown. Sean Brown fakes the 3. Gets it back over to Barrett. Brian LaVeria tries to dish it back out to Sean Brown. Sean Brown takes it from the corner. It'll be Tiger ball.
Tardif was right there for the rebound, and it looks like it went off Danilik's leg to go out of bounds. Tardif, being a heads-up player, steps back from the ball. And once again,
off the Trojan and into.
Tardif will stay right there, Norm, because of the kick ball by number 12, Dan Winnie.
Out to LaVeria, swings back over to Barassa. All the way across to Justin Tardif, who comes down the lane, and he tries to do the left-hander. To no avail as Mayo brings it down.
Yeah, he tried going up over Mayo with the opposite hand, and just fell a little short, front rimmed it. And Danilik gets the ball down to Janelle, and Janelle swings it over to Daly. And Daly goes up and over LaVeria, rebound by Barassa, and the Tigers are out running.
He decided to slow things down a little bit, and let's play some basketball here. Takes the lane himself, and he's going to...
He just loses the ball,
lose the handle, so to speak.
Not technically that the ball has a handle on it,
but just sort of, yeah.
It's our terminology. Daly brings the ball up for the Trojans. He's going to be covered by Tardif.
Out to Janelle.
Out to Janelle. I remember watching him this fall. I'll never forget that hit by Sin Carter.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still back from that.
I wonder if he remembers the game.
Oh, that was something else.
That was crucial.
Barassa brings the ball down, swings it over to Tardif. Tardif's looking for an opening. Comes to the baseline, little jumper, 2 points are down.
Tardif for 2. 3-2 is the score, 6:28 in the first period. You're watching Public Access TV.
Can the...
Dan Winnie swings it over to Daly. Daly's looking for Mayo inside, but LaVeria doing a great job covering him. Mayo with a little bit of a moving pick there, trying to get Phil off his man. They swing it down low to Janelle. Janelle goes up and underneath, and
a little too hot off the backboard.
I think he concentrated too much on slapping the backboard, and the ball goes up and over everything. And Barassa brings it back up here for the Tigers. Phil's going to get counted for 5 here. That's it. Great defensive coverage by Daly.
I think Phil was disputing that because of the fact that he lost control of the ball because he was bumped into a Thornton Academy player, but had the ref call a foul, that'd be one thing, but he didn't.
The thing is nobody else touched the ball. So, and you only have 5 seconds to handle the ball, whether you're bouncing the ball or holding it still. He could have held his dribble and stayed there and had another 5, but he kept dribbling. So, Daly with the ball now. He's being covered by Tardif. They swing it over to Danilik. Down to Mayo. Mayo's got LaVeria all over him. And LaVeria picks up his first foul. His
And,
first.
I mean, you're going to expect this. I mean, they're going to try to feed the ball to Mayo. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
LeVerre's got his work cut out for him, or anybody who has to take him, as a matter of fact. And Mayo's first free throw is no good.
He clanks it off the back of the rim and misses the first one of the two. And the second one falls for him, so now score stands at 4-2.
Phil Barras is going to try to get something set up here for the Tigers.
And we're going to have to ask the guys to really play some tough ball tonight.
Justin Tata takes that ball, so it was almost stolen. Regains control, and it's going to be a foul on Mayo. As Mayo reached in to try to slap that ball away, and
his first, team first. Tata is going to take the ball and inbounds it for the Tigers to Belanger and up top to Brown.
back outside to Phil.
Up top to Barrett Belanger. To the far corner to
Sean Brown for three.
Rebound by Janelle. Gives it off to Dan Winnie. Down low to Mayo, and Bavaria picks up his second one just that quickly.
You know, LeVerre's going to have a hard time tonight, and he's going to have to be a little more patient because he wants to reach in there and try to stop Mayo from getting the ball. Well, he's such a big guy, it's almost impossible for him to reach in without fouling.
You know what I do is I think I would platoon the guys in on covering Mayo and use all 9 guys I have on the bench and keep hammering Mayo and Janelle, and eventually you're going to draw some offensive fouls from them as well, as Mayo goes up for 2 off the glass. Brings the score now 6-2, 4:36 to go in the first period. But getting to what I was saying, after a while of being fouled so many times, you know, they're bound to start committing some of their own, so you want to get him in foul trouble as quickly as possible.
Over to Brown. Brown swings the lane by himself, and he gets his own rebound. Nice hustle by Brown.
And it's taken away by number 12, Dan Winnie for the Trojans, and they come back running the other way. Barassa picks his pocket, falls to the ground, and the Trojans
crowd
fans
is really upset.
They're on their feet. They wanted a call. Belanger takes 2. Brown had the rebound and lost control of it, Norm, and it goes out of bounds. So
the crowd really thought that when he got fouled back there, but
and deservingly so. I think I probably would have thought the same thing, you know. But it's hard to see from this point. Both guys could have been, you know, pushing each other. So, and it just so happens that Winnie fell down to the floor. Winnie's got the ball now, bringing it up. Hands it off to Daly. Daly's being covered by Barras, so they go to Danilic. He's being covered by Belanger. Swings it back up top to Winnie and over to Daly. Wow, they're calling offensive charge.
wow.
Huge call. Number 10, that will be Brian Daly. That's a surprise call.
You know, I would have never thought that one.
No. If anything, I had a blocking foul on St. Onge. Not that, you know, I'm picking on Pete, but that's what I thought they would have called.
All right, so Barrett brings it up, swings it over to Sean Brown, back over to Pete St. Onge. He's going to go for the 3.
Nice
Boom.
shot. Hits the big 3-pointer. Pete St. Onge.
Tigers are right back in this one here. 6-5 now, early in this contest.
Yeah, Pete's got a nice soft shot, and he's going to shoot more and more if he can. Nice job by Sean Brown, just standing there, putting his hands up.
That's it, that's it.
Doing enough just to bother him. Mayo's quickly already up to 5 points, leading the way for the Trojans.
Phil Barassa swings it up the top of the key to Brown.
St. Onge is feeling it. He wants the ball. He's being covered by Janelle. Belanger has the ball now, being covered by Danilic.
Out to Barassa. Barassa looked at it, thought about it.
And he's going to start shooting.
Sean Brown thought about it. He's going to take the baseline jumper and up and in.
Nice job. He made Mayo commit and leave his feet, and he went right around him, and Sean Brown picks up 2 points. Score now 8-7 to him.
Mayo misses his shot as he was well covered by St. Onge and Brown.
And Fector was there as well, so the 3
right.
Tigers conversed on him on defense and did a great job keeping their hands up and not fouling him, and he missed the shot.
Over to Barassa, over to Belanger. Back over to
Fector for 3.
Over 3. Ooh.
Nothing but net. Great pass to Phil Barassa. Oh, Now gets away with one there is number 10, Brian Daly. He had his hands right across the forearms of Barassa as Barassa falls to the floor. No call made. They call a jump ball. Lozon comes in the game for the Tigers. Now, Matt, he's a smart player. He's not going to give you a whole lot of offense, but he's going to give you every ounce of hustle he's got.
And he's going to give us that big body we need under the basket with Mayo.
If you look at him and Mayo, they're head-to-head, eye-to-eye. And Matt's a smart player. He'll start talking to Mayo and just start playing head games with him.
I like it.
And to me, that's a big part of Matt's game, and can get Mayo in trouble. Nice pass from number 12, Dan Winnie, to number 10, Brian Daly. And I think Fecto was forced to commit the foul so they wouldn't get the easy basket.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the doors. The student body is still crawling in here in the school. And,
I think it's beautiful.
It's almost full to capacity. If you look at the crowd, it's great to see.
This is a lot of fun.
Brian Daly's at the line shooting 2 for the Trojans. The first one's in. Looks like the Tiger squad was yelling brick up there to no avail.
But you got to give Fecto's freaks their due. They're trying.
Oh yeah, it's part of the game. And the second one's in.
All right, so now it's 10-7 Trojans.
Tigers are hanging in there. 1:59 to go in the first period. Barassa patiently bringing the ball up the court. Lozon comes out to set a screen. They go back to Lozon.
Oh, and they just didn't get the handle of the ball.
And we're going to have a double dribble.
Yes, sir.
Good call by the official. Turnover by the Trojans. I think the guys need to slow down a little bit. They're both trying to get on the giddy up and get up and down the court, you know, and they're making some mental errors and, you know, committing a lot of turnovers right now.
And again, the Tigers have just got to wait and play their game. Swing outside to Matt Lozon. Matt Lozon looking for the spot. There's Kyle Fecto again from 3.
Off the glass and off the rim. Tadef diving to the floor. Ball still rolling around. Winnie comes up with the ball. Being kicked around. Barassa's being tripped up. Ball goes out of bounds. Tiger ball. The Trojan fans are on their feet. I don't know what they're applauding for.
Oh, they're applauding the fact that Winnie tackled Barassa, and they're beginning this is a basketball game, not a football game.
Yeah, this is a hardwood court, not a grass field.
Yeah, they're learning.
I know, they're from across the bridge. That's all right, we still love them.
Hey, yeah.
It's part of the game. Barassa over to Seaon. Out to Brown, and we're going to have a loose ball foul away from the ball.
That'll be Mayo's second.
Mayo's going to pick up his second one. In the game now for the Tigers comes Barrett Belanger, Sean Brown, Pete Seaon, Justin Tadef, and Phil Barassa. Lozon went to the bench for a breather. Coming out of the game for the Trojans is Luke Buat.
Is that Janelle back in there?
Yeah, Janelle's back in the game now. Belanger wants the ball. He lets 3 up.
Oh, and it comes off the rim.
Janelle with the rebound. Hands it off to Winnie, over to Daly.
Inside to Mayo.
Oh, great job hustling over to Sean Brown. Good job. Mayo misses it, tries to go for the rebound. Sean Brown did a great job boxing him out.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are getting real aggressive now, and I don't know the pace. They're going to take Mayo out of the game as he's getting a little too much heat.
Yep. Tigers doing a great job, being patient now, trying to let things happen instead of making things happen. Barassa has the ball. He's being covered right now by Daly. Drops it down to Brown. Brown tries to penetrate. Lane's shut off by Janelle. Up top to Barassa. Back to Belanger now. Over to Brown. Brown's being covered by Janelle. Barassa has the ball inside, and he's forced to step on the line to him, and he goes out of bounds.
But made a nice pass. Into the game right now for the Trojans. I don't have that pull out.
It's number 34, Brett Gagnon for the Trojans, and Danilik goes to the bench.
So still 10-7.
25 seconds to go.
Trojans looks like they're trying to set up for the final shot of this period.
It's been nip and tuck all the way. Gagnon with the ball. He's being covered by Belanger. They kick it down low to Daly. He gets his own rebound. That's what I was talking about earlier. When the guys take the shot, they need to follow it as well. Barassa tried picking his pocket. Winnie has the ball. He leaves it there for Buat. Goes off to Gagnon for 3 at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
He's as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah.
He hits a 3 right as the buzzer sounds.
And I thought the Tigers were going to avoid that last-minute three-point play, you know.
Did a great job. Leading the way so far in the first period. 5 points for Sean Mayo, 3 for Brett Gagnon at the buzzer, 3 for Danilick, and 2 foul shots for Daly. And the scoring for the Tigers, 3 from Seaon, 2 from Brown, and 2 from Tardif. And that's all we've got so far. 13-7 is the score in the second period, Norm. And it's going to be a barn burner, I think, right down to the last few seconds of the fourth period.
The first period definitely, Coach Spector right now is trying to figure out, okay, this is what they're going to do, this is what we have to do. Look at their opportunities and go from there. I mean, both these teams, Thornton Academy comes in with a record of 3-2. Biddeford comes in with a record of 2-3. They both lost to Lewiston.
And Portland.
And Portland, so they would definitely, each one of these clubs want to come away with as a victory, obviously.
Yeah, because come down to the end of the season, it's going to boil down to his standings and seedings and playoff, and heel points is what it's all about. So Tigers would like to steal one from over here from the Trojans.
13-7.
Winnie brings the ball up for the Trojans. He's going to be covered by Tardif. Drops it down to Daly, back up top to Winnie. In the far side to Gagnon. He's going to be called for steps. Gagnon knows that he looks at Coach Nelson and he pats his chest, say, hey, that's my fault. So he knew what he did.
And Barassa comes down the court. Let's see if he can get something rolling here for the Tigers.
Laveria back in the game now for the Tigers.
Over to Brown. Brown looks at it. Comes around to the top of the key.
Brown drops it inside.
Barassa. Wow, I'll tell you.
Barassa had to really shield the ball from him. Nice job by Sean Brown.
And he's going to get a foul.
Nice job. They're going to catch on sooner or later that he's lefty. And he's in the act of shooting, and he's going to shoot 2. The foul's on number 24, Luke Buat. His first, team 4th. So Brown's going to shoot 2.
First one's good. 13-8 now. There it is.
He hits them both.
Now it's 13-9, 4-point game. Justin Tardif with the steal.
Nice job. He had Belanger going inside.
And it gets stolen back.
Daly brings it back the other way. Tardif hustles out of nowhere, slaps the ball away, doesn't commit the foul. But he takes out one of the poor cheerleaders as he slams into the wall.
What a great job. No foul. Comes back.
That looks like one of the Pothier twins. Hopefully she's okay. Tardif leaving it all on the floor.
I think she's a little more scared than anything.
Ball comes into Winnie. Winnie kicks it up top to Gagnon. Gagnon drops it down to Daly. And Janelle's trying to fight for position. And Coach Nelson was talking, and the official blows the whistle. He thought he wanted a timeout, but Nelson was talking to one of his players. So inadvertent whistle.
An inadvertent whistle in basketball.
What we like to call those.
That pass tried to be inside of Janelle. Janelle just elbowing everywhere he goes.
He gets a call for travel. The fans over here thought they had the foul going their way. Any emotions traveling.
You gotta love it. And Barassa comes down the corner. This is gonna be an emotional game, guys. Inside, Justin Tardif gets the ball stripped from him again.
He got bumped
Gets
a
the
little
ball
bit.
back. Inside to Barassa.
No shot. Foul was before the shot by Barassa. So the Tigers will inbounds the ball underneath the basket. The foul's going to be called on Dean Winnie, and that'll be his first, team 5th. We're in a second period, 6:46 to go. It's 13-9, tight game so far. Barassa's going to inbounds the ball.
Out to Laveria, over to Tardif. Tardif's looking to set something up. Gets it out to Barrett Belanger. Barrett Belanger's looking for an opening himself. Puts it inside to Sean Brown. Back over to Phil Barassa. To the corner to Barrett Belanger. Like to take the shot. Brown inside.
Little
Turns
give
around,
and go
little
there.
misser.
He shot a line drive. He needs to get some up on his feet, you know, and arc the ball. Try to get it over the big guys. Winnie with the ball now. He's going to drop it down to Gagnon, who hit the three-pointer as the first period ended. Barras is covering Winnie step for step. The ball goes over to Daly.
Some great defense so far in this game. Oh, it was real short.
And Janelle picks up the loose ball, and he puts it in for two.
So now Trojans take a 6-point lead, 15-9.
Barras is going to have to start shooting a little bit here. Top of the key, holds his dribble, gets it over to Belanger. Back to Brown. Brown's being covered by Janelle. Sends it low post to
I'm seeing a lot of pushing going on underneath the basket.
Tadef on the floater.
And he tries to get his own rebound once again. At least he's following his shot, and that's what good players do. They'll follow their shot to the basket.
Yeah, he was boxed out by Buat, and he ends up going out of bounds, and the ball follows him right along with it. Almost a near steal by Laveria. And Winnie has the ball. Over to Daly. Daly's trying to penetrate now. Sitting down low was Buat. Ball slapped away by Tadef. Back over to Winnie. Trojans seem to be slowing things down here offensively. Trying to set some offense up. Getting it over to Janelle. Janelle with the low shoulder there. Barasser almost nearly steals it away.
I'll tell you, a lot of action down there.
And lets it fly. Gagnon on the rebound, reverse layup underneath the basket. And he picks up 2
Beckton
points.
wants to know why.
Yeah, the guys need to prevent that from happening. So
Coach Fechto's going to take a full timeout and wants to really discuss what's going on out there on the floor. So with that, Rick, why don't we take a full timeout?
sounds good.
I'm Noah Millett along with Rick Ely and Bernie Forster behind the camera for Biddeford Public Access. You're watching Battle of the Bridge varsity basketball. All right, we're back.
Crowd's starting to pick up the noise here. They're chanting and stamping the bleachers and trying to get some action going.
Inside, nice foul.
By number 24, Luke Buat. Laveria is going to go to the line, shoot 2. That's his Luke Buat's second, team 6th. In the game right now, you have Laveria, Fecto, Brown, Belanger, and Barassa. As Laveria hits his first one.
We just go to 17-10. 7-point game now for the Trojans.
A lot of basketball left here. Still 4.5 minutes to go. He misses a second. Rebound by Dan Winnie for the Trojans. He's being covered by Barassa. Barassa trying to pick that away. Over to Danilic. Fecto on top of him. Close to a 5-second call there. Gagnon has the ball now, being covered by Brown. Swings it over here to Winnie. And off Winnie's foot.
And off his own foot, so to give Tiger the ball.
Yeah, Winnie looked a little disappointed there. He had been pushed by Barassa on the hip. And neither one of the officials had seen it, so Phil gets away with that one. Phil does a lot of that, body touching, you know, and just a little touch or a push there can, you know,
sometimes it's just enough to distract the player.
Really throw him off balance and turn the ball over.
All right, they swing it out over to Barrett Belanger, who takes to the baseline, back out to Sean Brown, who goes for it. Oh, and in and out.
Nothing seems to be falling right now for the Tigers.
Okay, Tigers have their opportunities.
Winnie has the ball now. Over to Buat, back to Danilic, back to Buat. If you notice, the big guys are on the bench to get a breather here. We got 3.5 minutes to go. And they got Janelle and Mayo on the bench. And Winnie has the ball at top of the key. He's being covered by Barassa. Not a very high-scoring game as we're watching this contest here at the Tiger Gym. Danilic has the ball. Taken away by Barassa.
Nice job.
Laveria ends up catching up with it, and he gives it up to Barassa for 3
points.
If we needed one, now is the time.
Makes it a 4-point ball game now. 17-13 Trojans' favor.
Daly has the ball. He goes inside to Buat. Buat goes up high, off the boards. As he falls, goes out of bounds. Tiger ball.
Tiger ball.
That
Looks
was
like,
nearly off Phil Barassa, but Phil luckily spun around and avoided making contact with the ball.
Peter Seaon reports into the game right now.
And gives Laveria much needed rest here.
Barassa swings it out to Barrett Belanger, right to the top of the key to Seaon.
And Seaon has Danielik on him, and
Barassa for three, and it's in. Oh, just like that, folks. It's 17-16.
I'm going to call him the microwave because he's heating up in a hurry very quickly here.
The Academy coach wants a timeout right now.
Do you remember a few years back when the Celtics used to play Detroit Pistons a lot? They had a little guy called the microwave. I believe his name was Johnson. And when he got heated up quickly, he let the threes rain in. And if the Tigers needed it, now's the time with Phil Barassa.
Okay, so with that, you're going to take a full timeout. And I'll tell you, we're going to come back to this very exciting ball game. And we'll be back right after this timeout. Okay, we're back, and now it's a 17-16 ball game. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in this first half of basketball. Rick, we're watching some fun here.
Yep, Janelle's back in the game for the Trojans. Winnie has the ball now. Belanger's covered him like a blanket on defense. Danielik has the ball, swings it across to Daly. And a quick foul.
Wow.
Now, Barrett Belanger slaps him on the wrist and picks up his first personal foul. And that'll be the team fourth foul. Next foul, the Trojans commit. The Tigers will be in a 1-on-1 situation. Oh, ball thrown away by number 34 for the Trojans, Brett Gagnon. And Tigers take over. 2:06 to go in the second period. Score 17-16. They're down by one, Norm. They're coming back.
Yeah, well, the big man Mayo sitting on the bench. He got in some quick foul trouble, and the coach is a little concerned. Sean Brown at the top of the key.
He's being covered by Janelle, so he's got a tough challenge ahead of him. Barassa's got the ball, gives it back to Fecto. Fecto swings it over to Brown. Brown drops it back to Belanger for three. It's up and it's off the rim. Barassa right there for the rebound, goes back inside. It's going to be off Gagnon's hands, but the coach has really given an earful to the official because it looked like he was pushed from behind.
Yeah.
And I mean, deservingly so. I'd be upset if I was the opposing coach as well.
Looked a little tough. I mean, again, we don't know how tight it was down there, but it looked it from up here.
The Tigers fortunate they keep the ball here.
Peter Seaon gets the ball, gives it to Barassa. Justin Tadef swings it out to the top of the key to Sean Brown, who fakes the shot.
Well, that was a closer travel call there. Sean moved his feet, got away with it. Tadef with the ball now.
A lot of banging down here.
Now Kyle Fecto is being called for a foul away from the ball. And it's too bad because this thing seemed to be swinging the other way in Tigers' favor.
You know, we tend to concentrate on the shooters, but I'll tell you, when that's going on, there's a lot of banging going on under the basket, Rick.
It sure is. And Danielik has the ball back to Winnie. Winnie's being covered by Barassa. And Barassa's going to be called for a reach in. Made some body contact. And that's going to be Phil's second, I believe. Team sixth.
Well, we're still, I don't know, we're still at our fifth? We're still at our fifth, Rick.
I think they put it on the wrong side of the board.
Yeah, now we're at our sixth.
It's our sixth, yeah.
Here we go.
And when he has the ball, he's being covered by Tadef. Back to Daly, over to Danielik. And Tigers seem to be playing some sort of a zone-type defense. Barassa is going to be man-to-man on Daly. Oh, we're going to have another foul here on Fecto.
He's got a really, and he is being very physical with Janelle. Doesn't want to give Janelle any slack, but unfortunately it's going to cost him. So he's got a quick foul there, and they're going to bring in big Matt Lozon in and let Kyle have a break, I think.
Yeah, that's Kyle's third personal foul, team seventh. So Janelle's going to go to the foul line for a one-on-one situation here. Let's see what kind of foul shooter he is. Takes his time. Each player has a 10-second time limit at the foul line. The official keeps count of that. And he hits his first one.
Now it's a 2-point lead for the Trojans. 54 seconds remaining in this first half.
Low-scoring game so far. Scores 18-16 in favor of the Trojans. Janelle goes up for the second, rattles it around and drops in.
3-point difference now. Phil Barassa is coming down with the ball, and he's looking for an opportunity to set things up.
Yeah, and it looks like The Trojans are going to go to man-to-man on defense here. Seaon has the ball. He's looking for an open spot. Tadef wheels around at top of the key. Had a moment to shoot, but he hesitated. Coach Fechtel's going to start barking at him and start shooting the ball.
Because we see that a lot.
He's such an unselfish player, you know.
Just does great passes. I mean, and we know he's got the touch. That's
he sure does. I don't think it's a confident thing. I just think he's just so unselfish. We're down to about 12 seconds now. Tigers setting up for the last final three. It's up and it rattles around. Huge three-pointer by the junior Phil Barassa. Tigers steal the ball. The ball's up in the air, off the backboard.
Nice job to tie that game up at the end of the half break. How exciting is that? The Fechtel's freaks were up on their feet. They were clapping. They knew it was coming down to that. And
so next jump ball will go on their way.
And Barassa's going to see if he can get things rolling here.
Laveria hands the ball right back to Tadef.
And swish.
Nice, soft touch.
The quiet man does it.
If ever you needed a quiet man, you definitely want him on your team. He brings so much to the game.
That might have been something that the coach Fechtel probably said at halftime. You know, you haven't shot yet, okay? Could you get with it?
When he has the ball, and he kicks it outside to Mayo. Down inside of Janelle. Nice job.
Block.
Nice job by Phil. Sticks his hand right there, just like I mentioned earlier when Anton was bringing the ball down to the floor. When those big guys put that ball down, that's little guy territory. You're apt to turn it over with a steal or a deflection of some sort. So Mayo up and over Brown, hard off the boards. And Tadef had it for a second, but Daly took it away. Swings it up to...
I think Mayo's starting to get frustrated. He's not having a lot of fun because I think he's getting a lot of pressure put on him.
Yeah, if you watch him, he's going to start using his wide body to start moving people around, backing into them and physically moving them. And if I was one of the Tigers, I'd just step back and let him do that and let him fall right down to the floor. Danelik has the ball now. He's trying to work it inside to Mayo. Mayo's being covered by Brown and Tadef. The ball's up off the front. Laveria with a nice rebound.
Oh.
He's backcourt. What happened to him is he left the floor jumping and he crossed over. So if the fans right near us not in support of that call by the official, but it was the right call. And Barassa to Tadef, back to Laveria. Laveria over to Belanger for three, and it's up and it's it. Oh! It was in and out.
Had to be in.
Oh!
Can we count that?
How about a point and a half? Winnie has the ball. And over to Danelik for three. It rattles up and in. And he hit one to start the game in the first half, and he does the same here in the second half. Score now 22-21.
Barassa for three, and it goes.
And around the world, and it drops in for three more.
So there's a lot. I'll tell you, there's going to be some excitement to go in this half. The Tigers take a 24-22 lead.
And Phil's got 4 3-pointers so far in the game. Janelle has the ball. Laveria comes over and converts on defense to help Brown out.
And Winnie from like 45 miles out puts it in.
And that was downtown. And that was number 10.
Daly, sorry.
Daly.
He was a good 3 feet behind the three-point line.
And Belanger has the ball, and he kicks it up to the top of the key to Sean Brown.
Over to Belanger. Belanger looks at it. Brian Laveria comes down the baseline. He looks at it.
He tried going in between Janelle and Mayo.
He was hoping that Mayo might foul him. So Janelle lays up the easy two. Now it's a 27-24 ball game after the Tigers and Trojans traded some three-pointers.
I don't know if you noticed, Norm, but did you see how high Mayo was there for that rebound? His hands were well above the rim. So there was no chance of that one being denied.
Laveria swings it out to Barassa from the other side.
It's off the top of the backboard. That should have been an out-of-bounds call, but instead Mayo reaches over and above Tadef, ties the ball up, and they call a jump ball, which, to me, if anything, it should have been a foul.
Should have been a foul.
But the ball was definitely out of bounds because it touched the pipes on top of the backboard. So.
Yeah, and they didn't call it.
No. Well, interesting. 27-24.
Well, that still would have been Trojan ball, even if it would have been out of bounds.
And Daly bringing the ball up. He's going to be trailed by Barassa. Over to Winnie. Barassa stepped in front of it, deflected it away, but Winnie quickly picked it up. Oh, goes off the head of Winnie and out of bounds. Tiger ball. A lot of turnovers tonight, Norm.
Yes, again, it's the excitement. This is a big crowd. You don't play for a lot of crowds like this, you know?
This is what it's all about. High school sports at its best. You have a Biddeford Thornton contest in any sporting event.
Tata takes the baseline and up and over.
Something to watch. Tata for two. 27-26. Tigers trail by one. Winnie with the ball. Laveria helps out on defense. Over to Daly. Daly puts up three.
And it's out.
They're going to call Brown for a push. If you look across the way, Desi's over there holding his hat. He disapproves of that call.
That was a terrible call.
At the same time, all the Trojans fans here applauding the call now.
Of course they do.
So, hey, you know, what goes around comes around. You get some, you lose some. You know, what the heck. Daly with the ball into Mayo. Outside to Winnie. Back to Daly. Laveria going to be called for the reaching. That's probably going to be his third. Mayo's getting frustrated. You can read it all over his face.
Oh yeah, he's not used to being this deep into the game and not have double digits on the board, I'm sure.
As Brian's third, team second in the second half. Daly with the ball now, trying to get it inside. Into Mayo. Mayo's trying to get by Tadef. He goes over Tadef for two. 3-point lead now, Norm.
Tigers are going to get themselves together. 3-point lead for the Trojans, 29-26. Again, Sean Brown tries to take it to the baseline. Barry Belanger now has the ball. Swings it over to Brian Laveria. Tadef on the baseline. Tries to put the little shot in. Doesn't roll for him.
Yeah, Laveria a little bit of out of position over there. He was behind the Trojan man trying to tip it away.
Laveria with the rebound.
Whoa! Laveria is going to be called for an elbow.
And the crowd gets on their feet for that one.
Let's see what happens here. So Tigers going to have to get Brian some rest here. He picks up a quick fourth foul. And that's the team third. St. Ange is going to come in. Laveria is going to go out. Fecto comes in for Tadef. Coach Nelson stands up. Did you see him rip off his jacket, almost like he's ready to rumble? Getting a little heated on the sidelines.
That's what makes it fun. Wow, now they're calling Peter St. Ange just like they got protection all over Mayo. Nobody can rough him up.
Well, they're watching it now. The bodies are starting to get pushed around, and everybody's starting to get physical, you know. And before it gets out of hand, they're going to clamp right down on these guys and make it virtually impossible.
Now look at Mayo now. See how Mayo's trying to push himself through, but to no avail there.
And two for Winnie. 5-point lead now for the Trojans, 31-26, 3:09 to go in the third period. Tigers are going to have to get some offense going. Barassa goes up and off the board.
Nice move. What a sweet move by Phil Barassa to make that charge.
That's two for Phil. Winnie with the ball. That's going to be a double dribble.
Double dribble. 38-21.
Barassa's leading the way so far. He's got about 14 points unofficially. And he seems to be the offensive show tonight for the Tigers, hitting 4 3-pointers so far. A lot of time left. And we're going to have another loose ball foul being called over here going against the Trojans. 22 for the Trojans. That's going to be Tom Danilick. That's his first, team first in the second half. Coach Nelson quickly goes to the bench. Brings Gangan back in as Danilick goes out for a rest.
Quick pass.
Brown had the shot blocked. Mayo got the rebound after he blocked it. And then he tried throwing it off Brown's foot, but it ended up going off Bouillat's foot and going out of bounds, so it remains Tiger ball.
Barry Belanger for two.
Barrett finally gets in the scorer's column now, his first bucket of the game.
So it's now 31-30.
Tigers hanging tough, Norm. Over to Buat, up to Gangan, over here to Winnie near us. Seaon is covering Mayo as best as he can. The ball's bouncing around. Oh, Sean
Nice
Brown
job.
gets his fingers on it to
Nice
keep it away
job.
from Gangan. And here comes Barassa. Belanger for two, goes off the rim. Out here to Gangan, he's gonna go up for the layup. The basket's gonna count, and Belanger commits the foul from behind Norm.
Yeah, it was inevitable. You knew that was going to be a layup. Barrett should have laid off and let the guy go in and get the easy two. Instead, now you give them the momentum, you get them into the game and give them another point.
So now they have a 3-point lead, and if he connects on this foul shot, as you hear the rumble across the way from the Tiger fans, he's gonna shoot one. In fact, those freaks is what you're hearing.
And he makes a miss.
Mayo with the big rebound over everybody for two. The crowd is pleased with that move right there. 5-point lead now for the Trojans.
The big man has been quiet and he's come to life.
Barassa with the ball. 2 men on him now. Knocked out of bounds by number 24, Luke Buat.
And Sean Mayo is really getting into this game now. He's starting to get excited. He's starting to talk out there because he's very frustrated. Doesn't understand it right now.
The Tigers going to have to settle down here and try to get things back under control.
Seaon for three.
Off the rim. The big guy Mayo right there waiting for the rebound. Gives it up to Daly. Daly's being covered by Brown. Back to Dan Winnie. Over to Gangan. Down low to Buat and inside to Mayo as he turns and shoots over everybody. 2 more for Mayo.
And that's going to make it tough. Bechtel's got to call a timeout. He's got to do something about Mayo inside.
And we're down by 7 now with 1:11 to go in the 3rd period, Norm, and take a full timeout. So why don't we take a timeout?
Expect has to do something to get rid of this the Mayo threat. Every time they get inside, Mayo's getting a clear shot every time he gets the ball because nobody can get in his space. And I think it's time to bring in Matt Lozon and let him go match up against the big guy.
Hey, Fectos kicks it out to Seaon. Seaon tips the rebound to Barassa. Barassa goes up for 3, and he's fouled hard by number 24, Luke Buat. And that was in the act of shooting, so he should be getting 3. 2 shots, so he must have been inside the arc.
Inside the line.
Fectos freaks to their feet. They're trying to will those 2 in. Barassa at the line. The first one's all net. Barassa leading the way in ball scoring, both sides.
In fact, those freaks are looking for a little magic.
They helped on the first one. The second one goes off the rim, but right in Seaon's hands. Oh, Barassa wanted to let that one fly for 3. Kicks it down low to Fecto for 3.
Fecto will take it.
Nothing but net. We'll take that from the junior Kyle Fecto.
Just like that. It is now a 3-point ball game.
33 seconds to go. Barassa steals the ball, and Daly pushes it away. Fecto comes back, picks the pocket, falls out of bounds. Knees on the line. He wanted to slap the wall, but the young cheerleader was standing right there. She might have thought she was going to get belted.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, this looked like we had a scrum going there in rugby.
How does Michael Buffer say it? Let's get ready to rumble.
Boys are ready. They're rolling around now.
Okay, Daly with the ball now, trying to get things back in order. Set some kind of offense up here.
Got Peter Seaon on the much bigger Sean Mayo, and that's going to be a difficult task.
Mayo with the ball, fakes the 3, penetrates, goes for the layup. High off the glass for 2.
The Battle of the Bridge basketball, Rick.
I don't know if you heard it, Norm, but during that timeout, Coach Fecto was letting the kids have it verbally.
Barrett Belanger for 3.
He got in the kids' heads and said, would you guys step it up and play Tiger Pride basketball? I mean, let's go. As soon as he says that, Belanger comes off the bench after the timeout and hits a big 3-pointer.
So they're going to hit Barassa with a foul.
That's going to be his 3rd, team 6th.
His second personal.
I'm sorry, second.
Beautiful.
16 foul, but look at the 2 for the Trojans. Gonna balance that off somehow. Oh, Winnie gets away with a travel there, goes into Gangan. And we're gonna have a foul away from the ball on the big man.
Nice job.
Pete Seaon just walks in front of Mayo and he gives him a little bit of a shoulder. That's Mayo's third, team third.
Okay, so Barassa brings the ball up, and I'm telling you right now, this is a charged team.
Belanger runs around the top of the key, trying to get a clear path from Danilik. Swings it over to Tata, back to Barassa, who's being covered step by Dan Winnie. Nice move there.
That's right. It's going to be Tiger ball because it was a tip. That's why the ball fell short.
Whoa! Look at a technical foul being called
on Daly. And the crowd goes nuts.
Okay, that's going to count against number 10, Brian Daly. So Coach Fecto also calls a 30-second timeout. Could potentially be a 5-point turnover because if we hit a 3-point shot, Tata misses the first one. A lot of pressure here in the kid, you know. Got about, 1,000 fans here. Nothing but net in the second one. It's all right, we'll take that, Justin. Coach, Mr. Fairfield's just mentioning that about the comments from the crowd, which is
a lot of swearing here from the Thornton side on this part, and I mean it's just going out over the crowd.
Okay, Barassa to Belanger, back to Barassa, over back to Belanger for 3. It's up, off the boards. Danilik with the rebound. Tigers down by 1, Norm. 6:53 to go in the ball game.
A lot of basketball still to play, Rick.
Yangan with the ball, being covered by Tadef. Ball goes down to Janelle. Janelle's trying to get around Brown. Brown shuts him down. Out here to Gangan. They go down low to Mayo. Bounces it off Seaon's foot. And I thought it went off Mayo's foot himself, but the official on the other side seeing it a different way, Norm.
Unbelievable. Hey, again, this is going to be a game of emotions as Thornton throws the ball away.
And justice prevails.
And now the Thornton players are starting to talk to each other. This isn't good. This is what this game does to you.
Yeah, anytime Biddeford Thornton plays, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, hockey, I mean, it's just, this is prime time high school sport.
Coach is going to the bench. He wants to talk to his team.
Hey, Seaon goes to the bench, Norm, gets a big rest after battling down below with Mayo, and did a great job on defense for the Tigers.
So now it's 39-38, 1-point game. Inside to Sean. Sean gets it partially blocked by Mayo. Nice job for Sean to try to get that quick turnaround jumper.
Yeah, and Danilik was right there, picks up the loose ball, hands it off to Winnie, and they connect with Janelle and into Mayo for 2 more.
All right, so it's 41-38 right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. They need to put Matt Lozon in.
I would just throw him in there just because of the body size, and I think Matt could get inside this guy's head, and that's what I want to see happen.
Either him or Brunel or somebody.
And Phil from way out.
Winnie gets the rebound. Now's not the time to be
nope, there's no time to panic. We're doing fine.
Yeah, we got a lot of time left here. A lot can happen. Danilik with the ball, back to Winnie. Winnie being covered by Barassa.
And again, they throw it away. So there's some...
Well, Winnie thought he was just going to leave it right there for number 32, who just comes in the game, Earl Payne for the Trojans. But Payne was cutting back to the left, thinking he might turn around and actually pass it to him, but falls out of bounds.
The big man, Justin Tata, sitting there looking at it.
Barassa has the ball now over to Belanger, swings it across to Brown. Brown wanted to let it go, but Winnie quickly closes the gap on him.
Now Brown lets it go, and it's in.
Brown, nothing but net.
Big 3, 41-41, as this game's all tied up.
It's going back and forth. It's like a tennis match here. Danilik with the ball into Janelle. Down low to Mayo. Mayo turns and shoots.
And again, they got to get someone on Mayo.
And that's Mayo's 15th point right there of the game. 10 in the second half. So Mayo is doing his job, contributing offensively. It's tough to defend against the big man. Barassa has the ball now. To Brown, swings it down low to Tadef, back out to Barassa. I tell you, the guy's doing a great job in the passing game tonight.
And the rebound by Brian Laveri. He tries to put up in. He should have had a foul. No call. Got banged as he was going up, Rick.
Tigers trail by 2, 4:19 to go. Winning with the ball. Big pick right there by Mayo. Mayo gets the ball once again. Great
Short,
job.
gets his own rebound. Then he puts it in.
Laveri did a great job standing his ground and just putting his hands straight up and not committing the foul. But Mayo, being so much taller, is able to rebound over him, Norm, and put it back up. Barassa to Belanja. Back to Barassa, down the low post to Tadef.
I got to believe Tadef can shoot.
Oh yeah, he wants it in the corner. Here comes Brown. Brown sees him. Tries to get around Danlick. Holds his dribble. Swings it back to Barassa, to Brown. Back to Tadef for 3. It was in and
Nice
out.
rebound by Brown, up and in. 45-43.
3:24 to go. Are we smelling overtime?
And here they come.
Danlick with the ball. He's being covered by Laveria. Janelle has the ball quickly. A one step, one dribble. Quick layup for Janelle.
Again, the Tigers have not come down with an answer yet for Janelle. I mean, not Janelle, but for Mayo, and they really have to put something together.
Barrett Belanja just rolls his right ankle out there. Barassa has the ball to Brown. Back to Barassa. He swings it around. Kicks it back out to Brown. Trojans aren't giving them any daylight to get an open shot off. Tigers trail by 4.
As Barassa just rolls the lane and nobody touched him, but he couldn't get the finger roll to go.
Mayo had the ball and Phil Barassa came up and around and over the top and hammered him. And no call from the official on that. Tigers bring it inside the offensive zone. I'm sorry, the Trojans. And the big man.
Foul. So that's going to be a tough one. Tigers have got to come up with an answer for that.
Sean Brown's going to get the foul as he slapped Mayo right on the elbow as he shot. That's Mayo's 12th point now, Norm, in the second half alone.
Yeah, he's on fire.
He shoots one and it's off the back of the rim.
Well, now the Tigers have got to come back, get things rolling here.
Barassa running the offense for the Tigers. Over to Brown.
Laveri will take the 3, and it's in. Plus the foul.
The basket counts for 3, and he gets the foul. Oh, he's calling it a 2-pointer. Ah, that's too bad. The basket was good for the senior tri-captain, Brian Laveria.
God, I thought that was a 3.
Oh, I did too. And one of the officials is coming over to the table here. Tadef's going to inbound the ball. Gets it into Barassa. Barassa brings it up to the top. 2:06 to go, Norm. We're down by 4. Tadef with the ball. A lot of body contact over there by number 32, Earl Payne. A lot of pushing,
Yeah!
And the basket falls.
And Nelson went right off the chair. He's going bananas.
Tadef for 2 big ones and the foul. Tadef, I mean, he's always thinking. He's sitting there at the foul line waiting to shoot his foul shot. He looks over at Coach Fector like, what kind of defense do you want to call when we get down here now? After the shot and after the make, it rattles in and out. Mayo with another rebound. Tigers down by 2, Norm, 1:52 to go.
47-49.
A lot of excitement here.
And Barassa's going to get a push.
And they'll be at the line shooting 1-1. That's Barassa's 3rd.
Minute
Oh,
46 left to play.
I hate these kind of games.
So do I.
Too nerve-wracking. Payne's going to be at the line shooting 1-1. And it's up and bouncing around and in.
It bounced every way it could, Rick.
It sure did. It hit the front, the back, each side, and Went down the middle. Let's see if he hits a second. And number 32, Payne inbounds the ball to Mayo. Gives it back to Payne, being covered by two guys out to Danilik. And they leave Winnie all alone for a quick layup. And 2 for Dan Winnie. That's
is real short.
And the crowd's letting them know it too with the handball chant. It's coming. Mayo has the ball. Back to Payne. Over to Danilik. To Janelle. Janelle for the